You've been unfairly wronged by a brother. Objectively. You aren't getting the full apology that you expected. The beef is over now, and he treats you well. But how do you psychologically reframe and kill that lingering resentment?
Unfairly wronged by a brother. Interesting. Brothers don't wrong brothers. We'll start with that. So this dude wasn't actually a brother. Might have been a bro, but he wasn't a brother. Yeah. Make a little distinction there. Has that distinction ever been made before?
I don't think on this platform.
Okay.
No, maybe.
Well, I'm making it.
Cool.
There's like, hey, this guy's my bro. It's all good. And then there's like, this guy's my brother. Yeah. My brother is not going to wrong me. My bro might. But my brother's not going to wrong me. Damn. So if it happens, some guy, like I said, if somebody that you consider your brother wrongs you, then they clearly you overestimated their commitment. So here's what's going to happen with me. Number one, it's noted. That's my ultimate satisfaction. Right? When I note something. Yeah. Oh, it's like, oh, this is the kind of person he is. Noted.
Right.
Now I got him.
Yeah.
Now I got this person marked. So trust is not going to be reestablished for a long, long time, if ever. Right? I'm not going to like this person, clearly. But here's the deal. All that mistrust and all that dislike and all that is going to be internal. I'm going to keep it inside. Because you know what? I'm going to have those inside. I'm going to harbor that. I'm going to harbor those things. Even this resentment, I'm going to harbor it. Because I can't just make it go away. You wronged me. It's going to be there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm a professional. Externally, I'm a professional. Even if we're not in a business, even if it's just like, hey, I trained jiu-jitsu with this guy, right? I'm a professional. So I'm not going to let his little maneuvers get me externally worked up about it. It's not happening. You don't get control my emotions like that externally. You might control them inside, but I won't let you see that ever. So I'm a professional. I'm normal face. That's where I'm coming at you from. Just normal face. Hey, all good. Oh, yeah. And you know what's interesting? This behavior. So when you screw me over and then I just go, okay, check, noted. And then I don't give you a reason to like hate me. And then you kind of owe me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
you kind of owe me.
Yeah.
So there's that. And there's a fine line. Like if you screw me over and then I just allow it to happen and it was a legitimate violation, well, then there might have to be repercussions, right? Yeah. It sounds like this did not warrant repercussions. Because, there's certain situations, if somebody wrongs you in certain ways, there has to be repercussions. To me, normally, most of the time, the repercussions and the best revenge that you can take is to ignore and outperform and be successful and rock on and forget about them and forget they even existed. That, to me, is the best possible way to go. Because why would you let somebody interfere? Why would you commit any time, effort, resources to revenge when the better thing to do is commit those time, resources, energy to success, to winning. Yeah. I'm going to do that. But if this merits some sort of repercussions, okay, then those get carried out. And if those get carried out, well, then we're kind of settled. But he says you didn't get the full apology you expected. It's like, okay. I mean, hey, guess what? People are arrogant. Yeah. That's the way it is. They don't think, the guy didn't even think he did anything wrong, most likely. He's not even apologizing for it, barely. Yeah. So that's what I do. I'm just going to keep it professional. You're going to be subconsciously indebted to me, whether you know it or not. Yeah. You probably know it. You'll probably feel it. Because I'm just going to be like, okay, cool. Yeah. We'll move on. Yeah. So, but the thing is, this sort of goes back to that other kind of topic today. Like, this guy isn't going around thinking about you. Yeah. So why are you thinking about him? Let's move on, man. Let's move forward.
Yeah, that seems like a big part of it, right? Like that seems like he says you aren't getting the full apology, Like remember on that Seinfeld, that apology
Dude,
one?
I was talking to someone I was talking to someone like the apology. I was talking to someone that we both know, who's, we'll say, a public figure.
Sure.
And this individual was reading YouTube comments and getting legitimately, like, emotionally distraught about the whole thing.
About it,
yeah. And was trying to talk to me about it, and like, I said, man, I literally do not care. I'm like, I do not care. Yeah. Like, this is no factor. You don't need to warn me. You don't need to tell me, what I need to look out for. Like, I literally don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone writes a good YouTube comment, good. It's funny. That's great. If they write a mean one, cool. I think those are funny too.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. The person that wrote the YouTube comment isn't thinking about me.
Yeah.
They're not reviewing it again and writing it again. And like, they don't care. Yeah. I'm not getting all caught up in this stuff. Don't get caught up in these petty things. I did that. We talked about this on the podcast of the black belt. The black belt doesn't care about things that don't matter. You can grab the black belt's shoulder of his gi, and he doesn't care because he knows that doesn't mean anything. That's no factor. Mm-hmm. So that's what you want to do. You don't want to care about things that don't matter. Yeah. Don't invest your time and energy in things that don't matter. The guy wronged you, cool, noted. You know that he's kind of a devious dude. You know that, it's noted. Cool, move on.
Yeah.
No, I'm not worried about it. Am I going to put my trust in him again? Nope. But that's cool because I know other people to trust.
Yeah.
Let's not get wrapped around these little things, man. Let's rise above. Get some black flag going here. Let's rise above.
I still wonder what kind of apology
I
it
totally
was,
cut you off, so sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it was a Seinfeld thing. It didn't matter. But I'm wondering what, at the same time, what you're saying, I agree. But I do wonder what kind of apology he got. Because he didn't get the full apology.
Yeah, partial.
Yeah. So, partial apology, that can come in many forms.
Yeah, it's probably the most common form of a partial apology has a but on it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was,
100%.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we didn't swing by and pick you up the other night, but I just didn't even know that you wanted to come.
Yeah. Kind of like it was my fault. I'm sorry, but it was partially your fault too, kind of thing. Yeah. And then there's the other one that's like, I'm sorry you felt that way. You know that one? Where it's like, hey, I'm sorry you felt that I was attacking you, but I didn't mean to, kind of thing, where it's kind of like, hey, because the person doesn't want an apology for necessarily the actual words you said. It was like what you did. Like, you attacked me with whatever you said, kind of thing. So you can't just say, hey, I'm sorry you felt that way.
That's pretty funny, isn't it? I'm sorry that you felt that way.
Yeah.
That is a pretty backhanded sort of.
Yeah, same thing, but with the but. Well, the when you say but, I'm sorry, but I didn't know. That's kind of like, I'm sorry, but I'm not fully like.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the same with extreme ownership.
Yes,
that's when people say, look, I'm in charge of the team, and this was definitely I'm in charge of the team. When I'm in charge, then when things go wrong, it's my fault. But I'll tell you what. As soon as I hear that, I'm always thinking to myself,
yeah, you're not sorry, bro. You're not sorry. Yeah, and my wife from time to time will watch
There are no excuses.
Yeah, there's no.
If you think about it, when you get somebody that actually believes in extreme ownership, there are no buts on anything that they say.
And strangely, I mean, not coincident. Ironically,
my 9-year-old daughter will not allow you to make an excuse.
Yes,
my 9-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
She will call you out if you throw a but or you say, well, I didn't know when we had to be there. Oh, so you're not taking ownership of that.
Yeah, she hangs around with you too much. Totally makes sense. And it's strangely, like, if you do it without the but, when you do it just full speed, even if in your head you believe but, let's face it, man, you had it coming to you, kind of thing. Just keep it, because that's not what you're doing when you apologize. That's separate from the apology. It's like you're including this stuff, unwarranted stuff, with your apology. Don't do that. Give a good apology and make it work.
The worst thing is it's so obvious and it makes everyone so mad.
Oh yeah,
the receiving end of that is so mad, bro. And you think that it's improving your position.
Yeah,
because you're look. Hey, Echo, I'm really sorry that you showed up to record and I wasn't there and I didn't let you know, but I didn't remember texting you or whatever. But you should have told me that you were heading. That's what I would have. But you should have told me that we were definitely recording because you didn't really get back to me.
Yeah.
Like, why would I say that?
Yeah.
All I'm doing is, what's funny is people always tweet me when a sports coach. They tweet me when a sports coach either takes ownership or doesn't.
Overtly does not.
Overtly does. Because some sports coaches say, hey, look, I'm the coach. I made some bad calls out there. We're going to get back in the drawing room. I'm going to get this thing fixed. And everyone goes, man, this guy's awesome. And it's just so funny. Everyone says, this guy is awesome. He's taking ownership.
Yeah.
Even people will retweet something that people aren't saying he's taking extreme ownership. Someone will say, oh, it's good to see a coach taking full responsibility or whatever. They'll use their own word for it.
Right.
And then some other knucklehead will say, I am the coach. And I am responsible for the team. But if I got players that aren't going to put out during the first quarter,
I'm not the one on the field.
Yeah,
you got to carry out this.
Totally embarrassing. And everyone says, hey, you might want to learn how to take ownership.
Yeah.
And that's what people, so it's so obvious. And yet we still do it. Amen. We still throw out the butts. We still want to clarify our position.
Yeah. Right.
Don't clarify your position. Say sorry. Take ownership. That's it.
My wife will watch these, what do you call it? The Housewives one. Not the show, like the reality show ones. The whatever Housewives of wherever. Okay, yeah. And man, riddled. I think that's why she watches it, just to see the train wreck, I think. That's what I think is my suspicion. But man, yeah, they're all arguing with each other. And then, they're crying. And then the one will say they'll say the perfect example of the non-apology, every single time. Yeah. Man, it's like it hurts your heart to watch, but you kind of dig it. I wonder if this is what happened with this guy. I just figured it out right now. I really don't know, but this is what I think happened with this guy.
We have a theoretical
scenario. There was a girl-guy relationship.
There was a what?
A girl-guy relationship.
Okay.
Boyfriend-girlfriend scenario. Maybe this guy got drunk. The brother, whatever, got drunk, maybe hit on the girl, maybe something happened, maybe something didn't.
Oh, and then it was like, hey, man, sorry about what I did with Christine last night. I was super hammered. Though.
Yes, but I was super hammered. Yeah, exactly right. And that's the big one. That's a big but in the apology, But, we all had, I remember one time someone did, I won't go into it. Doesn't matter. But it's a big one. Yay. It's a big deal, or it's a big common one.
You got wronged by a brother.
Bro, no, it was my parents' friend.
Okay.
This lady, and she was talking shit about my mom to my dad, and I was there. They're hammered or whatever, like some thing, and she's like totally talking shit.
I thought
like
you weren't going to talk about this.
Bro, I'm gonna do it. So I'm like, whatever. I'm like a teen. I'm maybe 15, 16 years old, maybe 13. I don't know, whatever. But a teenager. I wasn't like a 3-year-old, So I heard and I knew what she was talking about. It was rude. It was uncool. It was unsat, as we say. And so I'm like, cool. I go home and I tell my mom straight up. So my mom's like, oh, well, okay, tells my dad, blah, blah, blah. My dad tells the lady. And the lady, of course, is all like, oh no, like I did this. And, so she comes to me and she says sorry. Right, like sorry for this, but we had a lot to drink or whatever, and all this stuff. And I remember feeling that, like, how does this make it better? When you're like, but we had so I'm thinking, and I didn't know anything about drinking. I don't know what it made you sort of do. I didn't really know at that time. So to me, it was like, wait, when you drink, like you can do that kind of stuff or what? Like, what's the deal? And the apology just basically bounced off me like bullets off of Superman or something.
Yeah.
No apology.
Don't put the butts on those things.
Yes. So that's what happened with this guy. That's what I think.
It's possible.
But it is his responsibility, like you said, to be like, hey, I can't hold on to this thing. Like, what do you say? How do you psychologically reframe it and kill that lingering resentment? Thing is, it's like a scar. You have to, he's like keeping it a wound.
Yeah, he's picking at it.
Yeah. And you got to be like, that's just a scar. It's like, sure, our relationship is different now. It's a scar now.
Deal with it.
Man, I got more important things to think about or do or whatever. Yeah, if you can pull that off, you'd be good.
Move on.